And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Unapologetically Black and Fast. It might be a little disconcerting because it's true, I've taken off the makeup. I no longer have on my fancy top. We're cozy, and we're cozy on purpose because we're closing out the entire marathon with a nice, chill, cozy Stardew Valley marriage percent run. Again, if you've been enjoying this weekend and you love all the creators that you've seen thus far, make sure that you follow every single one of them. We're going to still have that schedule so you can find everybody. We've been posting their links in chat. And Sprinkle, do you want to go ahead and start us off with the final run of Unapologetically Black and Fast? Tell us what you're going to be doing along with counting yourself down.
Yes, I'm going to be marrying Shane. We're doing some glitchless marriage percent. So I'm going to choose my character and get some settings going here. Pick multiple cabins, and we'll talk about all the settings that I'm choosing a little bit later. I have the amazing Black Heart Wings with me. Hello! And Shane, and I always get the great catch. Okay, so countdown ready in 3, 2, 1, start.
So right away, I just want to know, personally, what made you want to do Stardew Valley marriage percent as a speed run?
That is a great question. So I'm actually pretty new to Stardew, even though it came out a few years ago. I people were like, "Oh, you're gonna love this game," and I don't want to water nothing. And I was like, I don't know. So I watched some people play it, and I ended up buying it and loved it. And marriage percent because it just felt right and seemed right to run it. So
there's something really romantic about just being, I don't know, maybe I'm a hopeless romantic, but being able to just like swoop in and sweep someone off their feet and marry them super duper quickly, I think it's great, personally.
Agreed, it is great. All right, so I don't know if you wanted to talk about some of the options that I chose, and I can talk about what I'm doing here.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the setup, we had some like really specific options that we picked. So for example, we picked the co-op farm. It spawns multiple cabins, and we picked it specifically that so that everything would be separate. Sorry. The cabins will spawn in different parts of the farm, and when you click 2 players, you can have a cabin spawn on the lower part of the farm, and that allows the player to sleep in the furthest south point possible, which allows us to get to Shane faster. Shane is the fastest marriage candidate to run for marriage percent because of his schedule mainly. He leaves his house somewhere between 7:10 and 7:20, which is really, really early in the morning. Like super duper early in the morning. It's almost as early as the farmer, which is pretty impressive. And his gifts are also really accessible for us. We can get beer. Beer is like one of his most favorite loved gifts, and that gives us bonus friendship points with him. And hot peppers, which, you know, we can talk about the peppers a little bit later on in the run. But yeah, co-op is just so we can spawn a little bit closer down to the south. We picked the forest farm because the bounty of the forest, as it says in the description, is at our doorstep. On the left side of the farm, a whole bunch of different forageable items will spawn. It helps us with the economy of the game, and it's incredibly useful. There are some really high value items like morals, for example, that spawn over on the left. Very good for the money routing. Let me think. Oh, right, we picked the cat as well. We haven't seen the cat quite yet, but unfortunately we do have to say no to the cat because it's a speed run. We picked the cat because its cutscene is a lot shorter than the dog.
Oh, all the rain. Okay, great.
Oh Oh yes, we love
All the
rain.
rain. Almost didn't have to like water any of the parsnips. Jeez Louise. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, so I guess so you also asked the question why like marriage. I think for one it wasn't the longest of the runs. So if you're familiar with Stardew, you have the opportunity to do the category of like the community center, so finishing the entire community center, and that's a long one. And marriage is interesting because there's a lot of well, Blackheart was talking about like how you need money, you need resources, so wood, and you need to obviously get the experience points to get Shane to even want to marry you, date you, and want to marry you. So it has a lot of the aspects of the game, and so even with translating and playing it casually, you get a lot of like strats that you wouldn't necessarily maybe normally have or think about. Like I still am so shocked that you can just have all of the peppers in the summer and still be able to get enough money to do what you need to do. We'll talk about money as it comes because it's still like mind-boggling. I mean, I know it works, but like obviously, but it's just still mind-boggling to me. That it's an option and it happens.
Yeah, the economy of this game and the friendship routing is they're both really very specifically routed out.
I get a lot of things. I've not gotten a piece of coal yet, or almost there. I don't remember to pick that up. Pick it up now.
Yeah, we want to get the coal just so we can make a scarecrow later on, because we're going to be harvesting a whole bunch of hot peppers for Shane later on in the summer. That's one of his super accessible loved gifts. And one of the mechanics in Stardew Valley is crows. Crows will spawn when you plant 16 or more crops, which is why we don't have a scarecrow up north with the parsnips. We don't have to worry about crows because there are only 15. I think actually now there are about 13. But when you have 16 or more crops, that's when you have to start worrying about scarecrows. So we need that scarecrow just to guard our crops so he can do his job basically.
I feel like I need so many things. So I get, so you need the resources, you need the experience, you need the money, and I get very like, because there's RNG based into it and some other like factors that, you know, I get sometimes very like hyper focused on one of them, and that's usually the one I don't need to focus on. It's usually never not wood. Like I need to usually focus on wood because I always need wood.
Wood is so hard to get in the game. It's like
so hard. Wood is so you need, and what do you need wood for, right? So you need wood. I just crafted a chest, so you need wood for the chest. You need wood to create a scarecrow. You need wood to upgrade your house because in order to marry someone, you have to have an upgraded house. And you need wood to fix the bridge at the beach. And the last two things, so upgrading the house and oh my goodness.
not the ferry. So ferries are part of an overnight event. They're randomized. One of the good things about the fairies is that within a certain radius, she will make all of your crops just automatically fully grown.
And there's like nothing there. There's like barely anything there. Jeez Louise. All right, girl. Okay.
Unfortunately, though, in the context of a speedrun, we don't usually want fairies because the cutscene takes longer than it would to plant all of our crops.
So, you know, and I'm almost like, if it happens in summer before like a harvest day, like, great. Like, I mean, not great, but you know, it's a little better than in spring when it doesn't really matter and like all this other stuff. Like, geez Louise.
It's always that when you least want it, the fairy always shows up. Oh gosh.
It's we call that the desire sensor. The thing of when you're playing casually and you want it, it's never gonna show up.
Right.
But when you absolutely don't need it, it's like, hi, I'm here often, and it's like, please leave.
Please.
Literally don't want
Do
you.
not come here. Do not at all. We don't want you. But it's cool.
It's
bound to
definitely
happen,
something.
honestly.
It's that marathon luck, you know? Anything that can happen will happen when you're
Of
presenting
course.
at a marathon.
Of course. Oh my gosh, that tree isn't looking for more salmonberry trees. Oh, there's one over there.
So
I think. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, Sprinkle is harvesting salmon berries and is gifting one to Shane just for the friendship routing. But for the most part, we're gathering salmon berries for the foraging. We want to get foraging level 1 before a specific day. It's either the 19th or the 20th, if I recall correctly. I haven't run marriage in a hot minute, but we want foraging level 1 so we can craft seed packets. Spring seed packets are a really, really great way to use the foraging that spawns on the left side of the farm to maximize the amount of money we get. And yeah, the economy is super duper important. So we want to make as much money as we can.
Yes. That's goodness, because oh, it's like, it's 10,000 gold to upgrade the house, and then in order to get the pendant, it's 5,000. You need to buy pepper seeds in the summer. You need to get a bouquet to like start dating him. So it's like,
Yeah, you need a minimum of 15,200 gold, and that's not even factoring in all of the money that you need for the peppers. So it's a lot of money.
I feel like my immersion's been destroyed because I'm needing a lot of money. If that's the case, I would just do stuff in real life.
Listen,
How dare?
Listen, okay? Like,
Something that does help with the money situation, though, is the gender of our character. There is a specific reason why we picked playing as a woman. It's not just because Sprinkle and I are women. Depending on like the gender that you pick, you get it affects the letters that you get in the mail from your parents. Your parents will send you different gifts or money in the mail. And it depends on certain milestones of money that you earn. So if you've earned a total of 5,000 gold and 15,000 gold, you get letters in the mail. Your mom will send you, depending on your gender, either cookies or money. And if you play as a woman, you get 2 packets of 5,000 gold, which is an extra 1,000 gold from your parents. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
I'm gonna try to.
I feel like
Sorry. Oh,
I feel like I like watching this too, just because as someone who plays Stardew very, very casually, the idea of doing this quickly, I literally boot up Stardew to be like, brain off, only harvest.
yes. Yes.
Just turn off the brain. Gonna go grab some turnips. Gonna go check the market. May go beat up some slimes.
Right.
Just kind of run around and chill. And then someone says speedrunning. I was like, I don't know if I could even do that. If only because I'm literally in a Snuggie and drinking tea. That is not even remotely close to what my brain is ready to do. But it's interesting to see like the quickest route to being like, but I want to get married now.
I mean, well, that's a funny thing because like when I play on PC, I mostly play co-op. I speedrun, obviously, and then I like do challenge competitions with friends and stuff, or like charity events and everything. So I don't really play casually on PC anymore. I do play casually on my iPad and Switch though, solo game. So unfortunately, even though I'm a cat lover, we did not adopt a cat.
Everyone say goodbye to the cat.
I can't.
Stars. Just sad.
Oh, come on. It's in my way. But anyway.
You're doing great, Sprinkle.
But yeah, so this is so I went out on the 19th because there's like a possibility for there to be a quest on the board at Pierre's at the store. And so when you complete a quest for someone, you do get experience points, so that helps with the relationship kind of pillar of this run. But there was no there was nothing there, so it's all good.
Yeah, the world
so
record, the world record, I think that's called the Quest YOLO strat.
It's like, why not? Why not let it fly? Isn't that what Chris Lee says? Why not let it fly?
I think so.
Just try it. Just try it. Just try it. It's like, okay, it could help me a lot, or it could not. I'm gonna have to clean more of that up later.
But yeah, picking up a quest using the Quest YOLO strat will give you an extra 150 points if you fulfill the quest, and that goes for pretty much any villager as well. And this is actually a really good opportunity to talk about the friendship routing. The friendship routing at the beginning of this run is so incredibly tight. It's very specifically routed. We have love gifts routed out. We have gifts routed out. We have like the friendship points calculated all the way down to the decay. For those of you who don't know, every day that you don't speak to a villager, you lose 2 friendship points a day. Love gifts will give you 80 friendship points, and talking will give you 20. So adding all of that up together, over time, it's super duper important. The goal right now, especially on the 20th, is we're going to be maximizing the amount of friendship points that Sprinkle will be getting to befriend Shane. The goal for the end of spring is to be able to dance with Shane at the Flower Festival, and you need a total of 4 hearts for that. Each heart has 250 points, and, you know, in order to marry Shane, you need 10 hearts with him, which is 2,500 total points. If you get Quest YOLO, you get an extra 150 points, and if you give it to him on his birthday, which is spring 20, you get double the amount of points. This still applies as far as like gifting him loved gifts like beer, which is what Sprinkle is on her way to do right now. She's selling a whole bunch of stuff. The seed packets that I mentioned earlier, she's selling those to get just enough money to buy a handful of beers, which we will be gifting Shane periodically throughout the run. On your birthday, on Shane's birthday rather, you get an 8-time multiplier for any gifts. And the goal is to get 4 hearts. So that's 250 times 4. I can't do math.
I can't.
You said 250 times 4, that's 1,000.
There you go.
Right now.
If you need math assistance, don't fret. You have a designated math gay for this run.
Love
so
that.
if you need some quick numbers,
Love
just
it.
throw them out there and I'll immediately perk up and say, yes, I'm calculating.
Thank you, Twisted.
Of course.
This is one of the longest days. As you see, I'm just doing like all the things. I went to the store, I foraged a bit, I went to the store, I should have, okay, I'll do that. Yeah, so I'm just like out here just doing all the things. It's not a day where I just go and gift Shane and then go to bed and go to bed. I'm super early. So I'm going to look and see if by any chance there's anything in town that would be helpful. I want to go to the... Oh, Jesus. Go away. Go away.
Oh no, not...
Go away.
Go away,
Oh
Jess. So another way that you can lose friendship points with people is if they catch you rummaging through the trash.
The range of this is... Oh, a leak. What? That was nice.
Wow.
The range of that is just like, can we please talk about it? It's just, it hurts. I was gonna say, am I gonna get anything else? That's not. I'm happy I got a leak.
I feel like there's a lot of layers to the commentary of if they see you rummaging in the trash, you lose points. It's like, now wait, time out, I can explain.
I mean, I know. And besides, they throw out some really good stuff. Like, if you play this game and you check the trash, they throw out some really, really good stuff. Like, you can get, I mean, it's got a leek and a field snack. They also throw out, like, gold bars sometimes.
Yeah, depending on...
Yo, field snacks, though.
Right.
I actually once got rice pudding in one of the trash cans once.
It's just so weird when there's fish. Like, what?
So here are the beers that we're going to be gifting Shane. Like I mentioned before, Shane loves beer. It's actually a really big part of his storyline. If you play it casually and you befriend Shane, usually I will befriend Shane just so I can get those awesome little blue chickens that he has. And like you play through his cutscenes. It's a very moving story. It's very trigger heavy though. So, you know, if you deal with depression and anxiety, it does deal with those topics. But I love his story. He grew on me a lot, especially after I started running Marriage Percent.
It's not raining. Oh my gosh, we just passed each other. Oh, I thought that was him. There he is.
Like ships in the night.
Yeah, I was like, oh. It's like he's at the store. I'm like, wait a minute, it's not raining today. All right, there we go.
Honestly, it's a really good thing it wasn't raining. Because if it rains on the 20th, it changes the routing of all of the interactions because Shane leaves his house earlier, so you need to rush down to talk to him before he goes to JojaMart. Because if you talk to him while he's at work, instead of getting 20 points for talking to him, you get 10 points talking to him, and it throws your friendship routing out of whack.
I just want to say that the amount of raw knowledge required to even keep this run on track is beyond impressive.
Listen.
Because because seriously, that's a whole lot of stuff. We haven't seen a lot of that, particularly with the speed runs we've been doing, because it's been a lot of knowing your maps and knowing your abilities, but actually knowing the raw table of, okay, here's this person, here's their stuff that they like, here's what their friendship is, this is where it should be based on these factors, and then if he leaves his house this early, we need to be over before he gets to his job. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
So it's just, I commend you for this run so much, because this has just started to boot.
Sprinkle has also... You are definitely correct, and Sprinkle has been doing a great job keeping on top of everything so far.
Okay, I guess my heart palpitates. So try to like get down here before so today's the day sorry. Let's see, go ahead.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything about you. I was gonna be like, but see, my brain immediately just wants to get rid of all these weeds. I can't do it. But continue.
See, that's the thing too. Like sometimes when I'm when I'm doing speedruns, like I'm like, oh, there's an item I need to pick it up, and like usually I like don't need to pick it up, right? Like there's no reason for me to go out of my way to like get the item. And that's a hard habit for me to stop because you want to get all the things. What I was gonna say was that this, oh my god, I was like, oh my gosh, another thing to throw away. So this is the day of the flower dance, and people who probably play the game like, how are you able to get down there? And the flower, oh my gosh, imagine me giving him mixed seeds, jeez. And the flower festival is today, and or flower dance is today, and that's because if you move the house, was part of the reason why we moved that. I went to what's her name, Robbins, and move the house, you will be able to get down here a little earlier, and you'll be able to talk to Shane and oh my god, I was supposed to get from the beer, lordy. I was like, wait, why did I move from the beer? It's like that's another thing about this run I think, is that it's because the weeks run together, at least for me. It's like, oh, did I do the thing? It's fine, we'll take a loop and go to the bus stop.
Now, wait a minute. Why he say he didn't want to talk to you?
He never wants to talk, ever.
He's grumpy. He's
Oh.
It's part of his storyline, and that he's very apprehensive when it comes to new people. And you're kind of like this stranger who bursts into his life unexpectedly and just starts randomly gifting him things out of nowhere. To his defense, I would be apprehensive too.
I was gonna say, I was like, I'd be apprehensive, but I'd be more apprehensive at the idea of being like taking beer from stranger. Like,
Yeah,
thanks,
I know.
fam, but also I don't want to talk to you. But thank you for the beer, but stop, please don't perceive me.
Yeah.
Unless there's more beer.
Oh, wait. That cost me a little bit of time.
You're doing great. You're doing amazing.
It's like all the days. It's like you try to like remember to do all the things. Okay, let's see here. Fingers crossed. Thank goodness. It's always like, will he dance? Will you dance with me? Alright. I'm gonna take a sip of water because it's like the only time I kind of can.
Yeah, we've got this cute little cutscene that we can't skip, but it's great. Because we get to watch all of the NPCs dancing with each other, and the poor farmer with no idea as to what the choreography is, just kind of bopping along.
Also, shout out to Maru. Look at Maru. When I play casually, I generally marry Maru. I always marry Maru because best character, most lovely character in the game. So
She's a cutie.
such a cutie. Such a cutie. So yeah, but flower dance.
I'm a Sebastian kind of girl myself. I love that emo boy so much.
Okay.
So, the awesome part is this is like probably one of the harder points of the run, and we have made it through successfully. We're about to go into summer, which is its own kind of difficult. This is I like to call it the frantic farming section of the run, and it's one of the only runs where you get to see like a lot of farming, because you don't really see a lot of farming in like mines or in crafts room. Some individual bundles, definitely community center, but like, you know, this is one of the handful of runs where you get to see some frantic farming. It's great.
Okay. Oh my goodness, I barely have like any I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the mixed seeds because I've been trying to get mixed seeds during the run, like getting rid of the weeds, and mixed seeds in this game, if you are in a particular season, there is a chance that the mixed seed will be one of the seeds that you could be able to buy from peers for that season, which is great, right? But when we're only gonna do peppers, and so if you don't get peppers, then it's kind of like, okay, well,
Yeah,
there's not really something.
It's finicky, and it's a whole experience. But yeah, with the mixed seeds, you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting the hot pepper seeds, which the odds aren't great, but they also aren't terrible. It could be a lot worse, and sometimes RNG will be generous with you and be like, here you go, here's a bunch of hot pepper seeds. How many peppers do you usually go for, Sprinkle? Because there are
30.
different strats depending on how many.
I usually do 30, around 30.
30.
I hope for 30.
30 is pretty good.
Okay, so what? 6? Great. That's great.
Yeah, that's 6.
So I'm gonna go up here and get some more items to sell and get rid of some of the stuff. And yeah, Link of Shame. The good thing is I still had some money from before, so
Again,
so
the
buying
economy
peppers.
coming in clutch.
Not gonna be a whole lot, but also trying to get him before he goes to work. I think I missed him, so this is also like another like long day.
Yeah, the first of summer is kind of setting up for the rest of the season, where you're planting all of your peppers and you're giving Shane his last gift, and you have to make all of this fertilizer, and you need to make sure that you catch him on time, and you need to go and talk to him, and all of these things, and you have to like water all of your crops because we don't have sprinklers yet.
No sprinklers. No sprinklers. It's rough out. It's rough out here on this farm. Listen, we're starter farm for real. And it's also interesting too, because like swapping back from like maybe a farm that you've had and then like doing the startup farm again is like, it's difficult.
It's brutal out here.
Yeah, let me get this stuff now on here. And get rid of all of the seeds. And let's hope I don't get rid of... Oh, I got an extra seed. I already see. Hope I don't get rid of my pepper seeds. That happens sometimes. And you know, we just go with it.
We keep calm and we carry on.
I mean, listen. It's fine. Had an extra seed. It's cool. Just in case the scarecrow doesn't do its job. And in this one, I have another seed to plant. It's cool. This is my, I would have to say, least favorite part because of all the watering, and this is really where we want rain, but I get picky and I want rain on days where I was not planning on going out anyway to harvest. So hopefully
Summer is definitely when we're at the mercy of RNG. We hope desperately for rain, but only on very specific days. And on top of it all, the chances for rain in the summer function very differently from in the spring and in the fall. Like, in the spring and in the fall, there's an 18.4% chance per day that it will rain. Whereas in the summer, I think it starts at around 13% and it gradually increases throughout the season. So at the beginning of the season, where you want it to rain the most, it is least likely for it to rain. And at the end of the season, where you don't really need the rain as much, that's when you're probably going to get all of the rain. The good thing is, there are 2 days where it automatically rains. Like, it's hard-coded in the game. In the first year, it will always rain. Kind of like in the spring, it always rains on spring 3rd. In the summer, it always rains on the 13th and on the 26th. Everything else is a coin toss.
right, and you know, you just hope for rain. You just hope for rain and keep watering the crops, because so for peppers, oh my goodness. Well, that happened.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh no.
We had an earthquake.
Oh, the earthquake. Let me tell you about the earthquake. The earthquake always happens. There are certain like overnight cutscenes that are, what's the word that I'm looking for? They're like guaranteed to happen. On the 3rd of summer, the earthquake opens up the area in the back of the mountains that gives you access to the hot springs. It's a guaranteed event. It always happens every summer 3rd. It doesn't have anything to do with your farm. Like, you don't have to worry about it. If you hear an explosion, though, that's different. There are different overnight cutscenes. The ferry was one of them. That is RNG dependent. Sometimes you'll hear like a whooshing sound, and you'll get text that says that you heard an explosion in the night. That is the meteorite falling somewhere on your farm.
No, I really. Hello? Mouse? Scroll wheel?
Oh gosh, the scroll wheel is always a struggle.
I know, but it's like, like, please. I just always just go to sleep and you like, it's like you're a kid in what, wishing for snow.
Did you put the scarecrow down?
Oh my god. I was like, oh, let me go get all these things. And no, thank you. Because I would have, like, it probably would have been like day 6 or something. I was like, oh yeah, I'm missing a scarecrow.
Shout out to Rad for pointing that out
yes,
in the chat.
Yes, thank you. I get so upset about having to water 30 plants every day. Honestly, thank you for all those that work in agriculture and sporting. It's so like, watering. Just wanting rain. So I don't have a long summer.
It's always, oh gosh, the summer is always like, will it please rain? But then it rains during like the most inconvenient days. With marriage percent, depending on the number of peppers that you plant, it dictates the number of times that you have to go out and water all of your peppers. And they vary from super easy to medium difficulty to super difficulty. 30 seeds, which is what Sprinkle is doing, is considered super duper easy. However, you do need to walk out and water. Because, you know, part of the reason why we are planting all of these peppers is because Shane loves peppers, and we gift him golden peppers because the crop quality also gives you a little bump in friendship points. But we also do it for the economy because, again, we need 15,000 gold in total. So whatever we don't give to Shane, we sell.
All the money. Exactly. So all the money, all the peppers, all the wood, which I need more wood.
All of everything.
Yeah, it's like, I think summer is like an interesting part. Oh, come on. Where it's like, what do I need to like focus on first? You know, you're speed running it, right? So time is important, but also it's like, there just seems to be a lot that you need. Because I know that sometimes this game in general can be, you know, a lot. So
there are levels to this run.
There are levels to this run.
We also want to gift on specific days. We want to gift twice a week. You can only gift your villagers, or anybody in the village really. I was gonna say your intended, and then I swapped mid-sentence, my goodness. But yeah, you can only gift villagers 2 gifts a week, per week. Probably just to prevent you from being able to like shoot them up to 10 hearts really, really quickly.
Imagine.
Oh man. This game is based off of Harvest Moon, and that's a big, well, it was heavily inspired by the Harvest Moon series, and that's more or less how gifting functions in Harvest Moon, is you can just give villagers gifts every day. But you can only gift twice a week, every week. I was going somewhere with this. I was going to talk about the weekly bonus points. This is a little known fact about gifting in Stardew Valley. If you gift a villager two gifts during the week, at the end of the week on Sunday, you get 10 bonus friendship points, which offsets the decay. Like I said, the friendship in this route is very precisely routed.
gift today. Those lovely gold peppers. And I'll be gifting gold peppers for the rest of the run.
Gold peppers are...
One gold pepper. Good thing it's a harvest day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. So we only want to gift on sunny days, which seems kind of counterintuitive. You would think that you would want to gift on rainy days because it saves you time. It does not actually save you that much time because if we're going to be outside watering all of the crops, we might as well just wander on over.
Might as well. Already out the house.
We're already out the house, whereas if it rains, you can just sleep right through the day. So, you save more time just by sleeping in.
Oh, great. Please, we're gold. Please.
Another reason why we're hoping desperately for golds is the fertilizer. We use sap and we turn it into fertilizer, and it bolsters our chances of getting a gold crop. Again, so we can gift it to Shane, and again, so we can make extra money.
All the money, all the experience. Oh my goodness, will I be able to chop a tree? Will I be able to chop a tree today? No, I won't be. Rip. It's okay.
And between all of this, Sprinkle also has to balance getting all of the wood necessary. You need a total of 850 wood throughout the course of this run. You need 50 for the scarecrow, 50 for the chest that we made earlier, 400 for upgrading your house, and hang on, wait, is it 400? It's 450.
450, and then 300.
And then 300 to repair the bridge. I'm bad with numbers. I'm an English major. I don't do math.
But there are so many numbers. There are so many. There are so many. But also, quick shout out to the Stardew, speedrunning challenge run community, and also the people, not only the runners, but also their chats and stuff, because if you just hang out in some of their chats, you can learn so many things, because particularly when the streamer or runner is, focused, you have a question, chat is right there for you. Shout out to those members that are in chat now, reminding me that because I sometimes forget Scarecrow, I forget. It's funny because you focus on the coal, and then it's oh my goodness, I have all these plants. So water and stuff and take care of. Okay.
It's a balance. It's
so
you're juggling all sorts of things. But yes, massive shout outs to the Stardew Valley speedrunning community. When I first started speedrunning, they were always in my chat giving me tips and tricks, and as a result, I'm able to give those tips and tricks to other runners, and we're a cozy little community. But neither Sprinkle nor I would not be here had it not been for all of the runners who helped us out along our way.
Exactly. Wow.
And shout outs to our friends in chat. No name, I see you. And Rad has been here from the beginning. So, hey guys, what's up?
Yes, hello.
Honestly, I feel like the summer is it's chill in its own way, but it's also frantic in its own way.
There's no chill. There's no chill. There is just the hope for rain, so you don't have to do this a billion times. You don't have to water the crops a billion times. And I get super excited when it does rain, so making sure that I have the multiples of 3 in my mind, that if it does rain on a multiple of 3, I will leave the house and harvest the crops, because there is only one day, you only get one swing day in summer to miss a harvest of your crops. Oh wow, this feels great.
There's that first rain day that we talked about. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that luck though. Yes.
Don't rain today. I have to go out. I have to go out anyway. Don't rain.
Oh, it's so much fun when you get like that rain day and you're like, yes, I don't have to leave my house. I can just sleep in.
I know, right?
Sleeping the days away.
It's great. It's great.
But yeah, just to answer a question in chat, crafting sprinklers is a little bit out of the way because you have to go out of your way to get the materials required. It's just faster to water everything manually.
Hitbox does not like me.
You're doing great. You're doing
the
amazing.
Hitbox, yeah, no, it's just, sometimes the hitbox just gets you and it's like, oh no, I like watered the same crop like 2 or 3 times because I thought it would like go to another one. That's just like, that happens like whenever I play.
A fun fact, Sprinkle, you're playing this on the most recent version of the game, correct?
Yes, I have not gotten into down patching or going to previous iterations of the game, and I have not gotten into animation canceling yet.
Animation canceling is, I feel like animation canceling is easy to learn but difficult to master. For those of you who are unaware, animation canceling is a debug combination of keys that was left in the game by Concerned Ape. Basically, if you hit R, right shift, and delete at the same time, or as you are swinging one of your tools, it resets your position. And basically you can like chop down wood and water crops super duper 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 quickly. But because it's like such an awkward number of keys, it's 3 really weird keys. We do allow for rebinds. It used to be that you could only do 1-to-1 rebinds, which meant that like you would need a mouse with like side buttons and then rebind something to the spacebar. But we have recently allowed 3-to-1 rebinds, so you can bind all 3 of those keys to one key, and it in theory makes animation canceling easier. We're still sorting out some bugs with the rebinding situation, but it's definitely allowed. So you can, if for accessibility reasons, if you have trouble or if you don't have the mouse, you can just bind everything to one key and animation cancel with just the one. But we were talking about versions too.
Yes.
No, you don't have to do 1-to-1 rebinds anymore. You can do 3-to-1. We just recently passed that rule.
And Blackheart Wings is so amazing. So she's also a mod in the Stardew Valley speedrun community and on the speedrun.com.
Oh gosh, Rad is in the chat. Just
well, yeah, I was listening because I was like, I also didn't know that. Like, maybe I missed a Discord channel conversation or something.
I put out an announcement. I swear.
Oops.
But yeah, we're 3-to-1 is allowed now. I promise.
Reward is about to go through and be like, I'm speed running everything.
I'm glad that we talked about that. Cause listen, I'm glad. Let's just leave it at that. I'm glad.
Like rewards in my community too. I am mentally prepared for all of the posts that you're about to put into All Things Try Hard to be like, we need to talk about this new farming route, and I'm gonna be like, I love this. Everything about this is fantastic.
Listen.
Oh my gosh, Rad.
I'm
no,
excited.
like we just changed the rules. Well, not just. I think it was a month or 2 ago at this point that we changed it so that 3-to-1 is allowed.
I don't remember this announcement. Promise I've been there.
I even put it on speedrun.com.
I lurky Lou, but sometimes and like listen to and watch everyone like talk about stuff and everything. But that is funny.
But yes, Marriage Percent is faster on version 1.4 for a really interesting reason. In 1.5, it introduced the ability to like move your furniture around, so you can like move your bed closer to the door, so you don't have to like run all the way around your house. But in 1.4, you can get an extra watering can. And having 2 watering cans offsets like the maybe 5 seconds it takes to run to your bed. Having 2 watering cans means that you can like switch between the 2, and you require less refills, and you can plant more pepper seeds. It's it's great.
Yeah, and I always think it's like interesting too. Like I will at some point get into down patching, but it's interesting because seeing like most of the run I'm usually like down here, and so like being close to the door isn't super, like moving the bed isn't super helpful. When I'm in a house mostly that I can't move the bed in.
Yeah, you can only move the bed in your own house.
Right. So
I even tested it to see if you could like put your own bed in somebody else's house. It does not work. I tried.
I love the science. I love the science dedication. I need a lot of wood. I need a lot of wood.
How are you doing on wood? Yeah, you need a
lot of wood. I need a lot. A lot.
It's a balance. It's a balance.
I'm like, it's almost end of summer. I need a lot of wood.
But yeah, in 1.4, you can go into the other, like, if you choose a multiplayer farm, you can go into the other players' cabins. Even if it's just you playing, you can go into the other players' cabins and grab all of their tools, so you can pick up an extra watering can and use it. And it's so fast.
Oh my goodness. And it's like the times when I can maybe chop a wood, like watering is just, watering takes just a little long.
You have plenty of time. You're doing great.
Yeah. Really so many peppers. And I need to go to the good thing is today I need to go get the bouquet.
Yes, the bouquet.
Yeah.
That's something that I've done, and I know that other marriage percent runners have done. It's a very common thing for everybody to do. You buy the bouquet in the fall.
Yes.
Well, usually you buy it in the fall. You'll sell all of your items at Pierre's, and you'll just immediately run up to Robin's.
Yeah, usually.
And sometimes people forget to buy the bouquet because it's right at the bottom of Pierre's like purchasing inventory.
Yes.
The number of times I've made it halfway up to Robin's, been like, oh my gosh, I need to go and buy the bouquet, and like turned it around.
Me, I forget to buy it. And so that's one of the reasons why I try to like, I have bought it in I've done the house then, but I usually don't like to buy the I try to do that. I don't like do it when there is when I don't have the tiller. So I wait till tiller, but to at least do all the selling, most of the selling. All these things I don't need. Oh, I got. Oop, I'm late. I'm hoping to have enough so I don't need to sell any. Oh my goodness! And guess what? I put up my pickaxe.
Oh no! Tool
That's another thing about this.
thing.
Yes, it's so hard because usually when you're like playing, casually, you like upgrade all the thing, upgrade your stores and stuff. But here, your money. We've talked about a billion times that we need like all the money, so you don't really use that. You don't really do that, and I'm gonna have a lot of money. Goodness gracious! I mean, I'm surprised to get that much stuff. So. If you play this game, you know that the farm just keeps on growing. Oh man, well I needed one anyway, but goodness gracious. So the farm keeps growing while we're down there just watering our peppers and giving them the shane, which is fine, but you gotta get through the farm at some point to get what you need. Get through.
I have a question. And this is a curiosity question as I've been watching this, and my anxiety is screaming at all of these weeds. Oh my god.
Yes.
So when you marry Shane, I never married anyone when I played because I'm just that broad. I'm like, you know what? I just want to plant stuff and be left alone.
Absolutely valid.
I will say I'm making my character like low key into me. I'm just like I have to really like this person to like want them around me. But literally, when you marry him, does he get like upsetty at the farm work y'all have to do? Cause like, I mean, I just, this is where my brain wanders on stuff, and I know that's such a goofy and useless question, but I'm just sitting here like, man, if I would have married you and I would have came over and this is what the farm would have looked like, I'd have been 18 flavors of irritated. Like, what is this?
Right. Right. Like, this is what I made into? Right.
Mm-hmm. Sorry,
You're fine.
I'm just chilling here.
It's a great question. Honestly, I have no idea. I feel like, because at first they're like really happy. They're like, oh, we get to start our new life together.
Right. Yeah. And then after that, I like end because speedrun ends and I don't.
And then we never go back.
I was gonna say, yeah, the speed runs over. Right. Just like, GG's, file delete.
Bye.
It's like, wait, we had something beautiful. Emphasis on the word had.
Okay,
I will be optimizing this run tomorrow.
Listen, we're done, Shane. We're done. Yeah, and so but that's a great question. He probably does get grumpy because I don't know, Shane. One of the things that I think is also interesting, like I keep thinking about your initial question of like, why did I do this? Do I do this run? And I don't like. I keep thinking of things like, I don't know, but like because also you have to balance. So in spring we moved the house, right? We moved this house down here so I could get into the area, for the flower dance, so that I could talk to Shane and get a little bit more experience, so that he would dance with me, so I can get that experience at the dance, right? So, but also too, we'll need to go back to Robin to upgrade the house. So the thing is, if you play this game casually, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Robin, she's not really around. She's working out and she's doing her thing. Oh, nice. Which is great. That, oh. Okay, almost was a 3. But that's definitely a factor that, you need this NPC and they're not available, or have weird hours on certain days. Same thing with Pierre's. Beginning of the game, early game, you don't have all the wills and things that you do toward the end of the game, so you do have to watch your Wednesdays, because I am notoriously, one of the reasons why I try to get the bouquet so early is because I'm notorious for trying to go to the store on a Wednesday, like, oh yes, I got XYZ, like it's time for me to go to the store and do this. But Pierre's is closed, like I can't get my money then. And then
It's
you're
such
like,
an odd day to close too. Like, why are you closed on a Wednesday,
like,
sir?
Why? And then you have the like whole thing of like, well, you know, you need money, and then like, do I do the shipping bin? Well, that takes time. You're supposed to be speed running it, so it's like some things it's like, oh, I can do it, but it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be like doing it fast, so it's like, okay. But yeah, so all the numbers, all the days, all the information, kind of like in your head, so to speak, for this run, or really any Stardew run, because
Yeah, really any Stardew run.
yeah.
But okay, we've made it to the fall. We made it past the farming.
Yes,
we have
there's no more
everything. No more crops. We got like that one rain day in the middle of the season, and that's it.
Yeah, that was like, yeah, that was okay.
So, Sprinkle just gave and spoke to Shane in a very specific order. And when you're dealing with marriage candidates, you can't reach 10 hearts right away. The last 2 hearts are locked behind. It's basically like an in-game barrier. You can only really reach 10 hearts when you become serious with a romanceable NPC. So you have to give them the bouquet to be like, hey, you know, I kind of want to, I'm going to be old fashioned and say, I want to go steady with you. Or like, you know, I want you to be my boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, etc. After that, you can continue to give, like, level up their friendship points, and you can get those, hit that last 500 points, I want to say. Because each heart is 250, right? Yeah. So that would be 500. Math!
Do you have the spreadsheet in front of you? Was that paper flipping I heard?
Yeah, I have printed notes.
Yeah, and I have notes right here, but that's why I keep looking down, because I have notes.
No, like as someone who writes strategy guides, I respect that so much. I call that jokingly in Wine Cellar whenever I'm doing stuff for RPGs. Whenever I need to make a master list of stuff so I can get to that one thing I need, I call it my grocery list.
That's amazing.
And it usually
I love that.
it usually consists of like notepads. I have like assorted books, all sorts of random pieces of paper. Like I'm looking at my desk now and there's like 6 notepads and I'm like, oh, that's my Monster Hunter grocery list. This is a work grocery list. This is fine. All of this is fine.
I love that. I have all of my guides printed out. I have the spreadsheet for the watering days in the summer just right out in front of me, just in case.
It's like that sometimes.
It is. But yeah, dang, what was I in the middle of explaining? I forgot.
You were answering Sprinkle about something with the days because you're in fall now. I remember that much.
Okay, yes, we're in fall. Right, the bouquet. You can only get to those last 2 hearts after you've gifted Shane the bouquet. So the most optimal way of getting, you know, all of the heart points for your buck is gifting Shane the bouquet, then gifting him, and then talking to him. You maximize your friendship points that way, and nothing really falls to the wayside. That is where I was going.
Yes, there we go. Yes. That. Oh, it's raining today. Of course it is. I want to take this day because I'm worried. Okay, so I will be gifting Shane today. It's probably gonna be a little bit of spaghetti on my part. And when I say spaghetti, I mean like a little messy, but you know what? That's okay. So I will be gifting Shane today. I will be going to Pierre's to sell pretty much all the things. Oh my gosh, look at that. I don't have room for that. Oh yes I do. And why? It's because like I just talked about how like days are important, and so I don't want to be without the money say, for example, on oh gosh, really?
You got 10 hearts?
Really?
Oh my god. Hello?
Wait.
Oh no.
I wasn't prepared to get it this early. Okay,
Wait,
great.
panic. Why are we
Great.
panicking?
So-
So this is good, right?
This is a thing. All right, great. So, almost throughout what I just said, I think I'm going to.
Okay, so here's
I'm
the
gonna
thing.
run it a little bit.
There are certain prerequisites that you need in order to get married, and we sort of try and compound them all into the same day or two. One of them is you need to have an upgraded house. And optimally, in like world record runs or in like, you know, top level runs, you will have upgraded your house around the 4th. So that way, around the 7th or the 8th, if it rains, because if you get lucky and it rains, and I'll explain why it needs to rain in a minute, you have your upgraded house, you have the required wood that you need, and you have Shane at 10 hearts. These are your prerequisites. The old mariner is the NPC who only shows up when it's raining, and he is the one who sells you the marriage pendant, which allows you to propose to your intended. Again, only shows up when it rains.
Right.
So usually around the 7th or the 8th is when you're getting Shane to 10 hearts, and you can't purchase the marriage pendant from the old mariner until you have 10 hearts with the NPC in question. So Sprinkle has 2 out of the 3. She has Shane at 10 hearts, and it's raining, but she hasn't gotten the house upgrade yet, which means that she can't propose to Shane.
Pain. Pain.
I was gonna say, but you need at least get the marriage pendant and get that knocked out, and then be like, so let's go ahead and get this mansion you need for all your beer and peppers.
So that's the thing. That's why I'm hesitant. Because so you need wood, right? So that was one of the things. Okay, I'm gonna go home. She won't be there tomorrow. I'll get them tomorrow. I'll get the rest of the wood. I can go get the house on Wednesday. I'm just hoping this isn't super messy though, but we will see.
No, you're doing amazing. You're doing great.
You know.
And this is the tail end of the run.
I know, that's the thing too. It's like all the things. It's like after summer, just gonna rain today. Are you kidding me? Of course.
It's in the cards. It wants you to get the pendant.
I know.
You have to get it this time.
It wants, yeah, I know. I need so much money. I see, like runner's curse? I said before, right? Like, oh, wood is always my issue, and what is, like, if I had enough, what is my issue? All right, so.
How much do you need?
You need 300 in order to access the beach where the old mariner is.
And then 450 for the house.
Sprinkle, have you checked your mail yet?
No, I haven't done mail yet. I do need to do mail. I will do mail.
So,
after
general
this.
quick warning. When Sprinkle checks the mail, we have a mechanic where you can check mail really, really quickly, and the screen will flash very aggressively while she is checking the mail. If you are photosensitive, if you have seizures that are triggered by flashing lights, I advise you to take care, be careful, look away. We will let you know when she is going to be looking at the mail, and we will let you know when she is done. But this is just a general warning ahead of time.
I want to make sure, just in case, because decay is real. And I'm just worried that I won't be able to get all the things I need, and then he'll decay.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
So I will thank you for that warning. So I will open the mail now. Okay, great.
I don't know what kind of mail they operate on, but
Alright.
when we can start mailing pizza, I will
I
be
know.
happy in real life.
I need more wood.
Okay, it's safe. You're safe now. Any of
Yes,
our
you can come back,
photosensitive
sorry.
peeps, you are good to go.
No cancel, that's funny.
I am convinced. Like, you cannot change my mind, but some of those peppers that we gift Shane during the summer go into those pepper poppers that end up in the mail.
Oh, yes.
I don't like
That
that.
theory. That
Don't like
theory.
that.
He's just like, you know what? I got this, and 26. There's one by her house. She won't be there. Ooh, this is pain. This is pain. Because I can't get the pendant without the house upgrade. He yells at me.
Yeah, the pendant is like you need 10 hearts and you need the the house upgrade. They all kind of tie into each other.
Why? Alright, I gotta get this house. Because clearly...
Where is this RNG when I'm running marriage percent? What is this?
Clearly.
This isn't
It taunts you.
Clearly. Well, yeah.
It's taunting you.
Here's the thing, though. Like, is it going to rain again in a few days? Like, when I need
That's
it to
why I
rain.
said. See, this is why I said go get the pendant, because I'm very terrified, just based on what you're talking about and how you've been presenting it, that you're gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it, and then you're gonna need it to rain, and then you're gonna go like 40 days dry as hell.
we can't get the pendant is the thing because we need
Right.
the house upgrade first.
And I need wood.
No.
I need wood, and I need... I need wood, and I need... I know we'll also actually need a little bit more money, but the great thing about these pizzas are we're going to sell those. And, oh, hello? Hitbox, please. Hitbox, please. Please.
You got a mushroom tree though. That's always fun. Mushroom trees are also random spawns. Like they just kind of show up overnight. The game will just kind of pick a spot on your farm. And it'll be like, this is where the mushroom tree will spawn. And then that is the mushroom tree. That's how that functions.
I also don't have, like, I have fewer pizzas than I anticipated. So I know I need to check the mail again, so, yeah, I want to learn glitch runs. When I, like, saw you all do the run, this, at GDQ, I was like, oh, yes, glitch runs. Maybe one day. So waiting for Robin's to open. Again, the store is not open today, so, you know, things happen on Wednesdays and you can't sell things. Great. So please upgrade my house. Great. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back home to the farm and sleep until it rains again. After the house
You
is
may,
done.
you might have to give Shane. You might have to give Shane somewhere in
Right.
between.
I know what I'm worried about.
I got your back, listen.
Talk about it.
So yeah, I think Friday might be the latest that you have to wait. If it doesn't rain out. Oh, okay. It's raining on Friday. You should go and gift Shane.
If you feel it, I feel it. It's fine.
I literally can hear the entire Stardew Valley community like screaming in agony because everyone is like, what is this?
What is going on?
I just don't know. I
And
do
what
need
is
wood.
happening?
It's like also too, like Pierre's is open, or just like, I might just do that.
This is why the estimate is what it is, because RNG
Yes.
can and will throw you for a loop
Yeah.
in
and
the
also,
most unexpected ways.
And also too, like, yeah, it's just, yes. And because if the house is finished and it doesn't rain again in fall, I'm not gonna talk about. Oh, I did it twice this week. That's right.
Like, I think the most interesting part
Crap,
is
anyway.
the chances of rain in the fall are the same as they are in the spring. It's 18.4%.
All right, this is what we're doing. I'm going to get wood because I'm now worried that it's going to rain again, and I'm not going to have the money that I need. So, and I need wood anyway. So we'll get wood now. I'm going to go and open the mail again because So Blackheart talked about, like, as when you play as the woman character in the game, you get some additional money, and so I just want to make sure we get all the things that are possible for us to get in the mail, even like additional gifts from Shane, because these pizzas sell for a good bit. I need to trash a few things. It should just be, oh yeah, see that money. And yes, some additional pizza is great. So I'm going to go and
You only
sell
need
these
1,000
things.
left.
Oh, that's true. That's great. And honestly, it's like sucks that like Pierre's doesn't like sell like wood and stuff because man, oh man. And that's pretty much that, right? Yeah.
You could sell, I think, 2 of the pepper poppers too and keep the 1.
I don't. Just in case I have to give to him one more time or twice. Just in case. I might keep.
Oh well,
2.
you've got the money. You're
Yeah,
good,
I got
so.
the money, and this is just in case also too, where it's like it's not raining or like something, and I just like I have to sleep forever and just go buy wood or something ridiculous. Like I just, it's just Robin does sell wood. That is going to have to be the thing that I do next if this continues to. We'll see. We'll see what the rain does. But I have in runs like bought wood from her.
All right, we got the house upgrade.
Yeah, the
got
house
a little
upgrade.
bit
So now
left
we
to
just
go.
need some rain. We just need some rain, and honestly, then we're fine. Then
we're fine. Yeah. If you don't get rain by Thursday, I suggest going down and gifting Shane again.
Yeah.
You can do this. We all have full faith in you.
Come on, Friday. We're just gonna move this because who knows? Oh, hello. How many?
Just to address a question that I saw in chat, we sell at Pierre's because it's faster to sell through an NPC rather than to sit through the cutscene of like all of your earnings for the day. It's just faster.
I'm also probably going to. Well, no, I should maybe have closer to enough. A little further off than before. Oh gosh. Go. We keep pepper poppers because they give you a little speed boost.
My theory is it's because they're spicy. Because they're hot pepper poppers. So if you eat something spicy, it'll make you move faster. That's what I like to think at the very least.
Okay, so we are going to see. What was that? 4 trees. Fall is almost over.
Oh gosh.
God, it's gonna troll.
No.
It's gonna troll.
Are we good?
I feel it in my bones. It's gonna troll.
Oh no! Please don't make us sleep through the winter. Please.
Oh yes, okay.
Oh my God.
Oh yes, we
Okay.
got rain. Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so I need some additional wood and to go get this pendant, and then we will sleep for days and then get married. And that is a rock. Great. Imagine, so close. I can't wait to fall 28. That's what. Oh gosh. There's tons of trees up here. I don't need additional. This is the only other tree. Let me act that thing is like oh, I didn't push hide on this. That would be helpful.
It's always so rough when the tail end of the run just kind of
Yes.
goes, LOL. No,
Yes.
you thought.
Right.
Like you wanted efficiency? How
Right.
dare you?
Right.
What? No, you need to cut as many trees as possible while you're waiting.
The RNG in Stardew Valley is notoriously brutal.
Please do not. Oh my goodness, the trolling. I can't even get there. Where's my... Hello? Okay, there we go. 283. Please, like one time there were no branches laying around, and I got yep, see here, like this situation right here where you have like 3 or 4. Okay, there we go. All right. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I had to cut down a whole tree for like two pieces of wood. I was like, oh my gosh, why would you do this to me? Okay, so running to the beach to cue the cutscene because we haven't been to Willie, or this is the first time stepping foot on the beach. And
Oh, right. We need that fishing rod cutscene out of the way.
yeah. And then going to run to do the fix the bridge, and then the trader, and then go to Shane. Okay.
It's kind of, I never really understood that one screen where it's just the rain. I wish you could skip the cutscene. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but we got the pendant!
Got
We're
it!
almost there!
We're
We've almost
going!
got it!
The fastest to run to someone and be like, please marry
I know.
me.
Please.
It's very much like you kind of like smack Shane in the chest with this marriage pendant and run away, and he's like,
Yes.
oh, okay, I'll take care of everything though, don't even worry about
Right.
it.
It's like, great, thank you. As you should.
It gives us the time to sleep throughout the days.
Great. Yes. And then
Yes!
go sleep. He accepted the proposal, which is great. And now running home to sleep, and then marry Shane.
We're getting married.
To marry
We're
Shane.
getting married. This is it. This is the end of the run.
Getting married. I know. Oh my goodness. Imagine if I had to sleep through winter. Oh. Let's talk about how close we were there. Now that we're not there, let's talk about how close we were.
So now that we're pretty much at the end of the run, once we finish sleeping, we have to get through the cutscene, and time will be when the characters kiss and the little heart shows up over their heads. That will be time.
Marriage and time.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day. This was awesome. This was awesome.
That was like, I feel like just the raw amount of knowledge and technical prowess in that is like a phenomenal run. Just because it's still, even with it being a speed run, it still feels really cozy, you know? And really chill. Because it's like, I'm just going to get a ridiculous number of peppers.
Pretty much.
That's what I'm going to do.
You know?
A metric ton of peppers.
Sell them and just, peppers are super important for multiple reasons in this run. But yeah, no, it's if you're gonna run Stardew, marriage is great.
Hey,
and
Sprinkle,
yes.
what's your PB?
So on Friday, I actually got a PB of hour 20.
Oh no!
I was waiting for it because you asked that question. I was going to be like, ooh! But yeah, you got 122.55.
Nice. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's great.
I hold the week of rain completely accountable.
I like what? What? Yeah. There was some weird stuff in that stuff that happened, which is that happens in games like this. But sometimes you have to reroute on the fly and just so that's why having some basic knowledge of some of the things and keeping that floating around in your head is important. But yeah, no, I'm proud of it. It's cool. It's cool. It's been an awesome weekend. Awesome weekend. Thank you so much, GDQ, so much for this weekend. I've met tons of great runners, and I'm excited to follow everybody and to learn more. But I've been Sprinkle Theory. You can catch me on Twitch, Sprinkle_theory, or on Twitter, Sprinkle Theory, one word. And my commentator, Black Heart Wings, is amazing.
Thank you, Sprinkle. It's been an honor and a privilege to be able to commentate for you. Sprinkle was a regular in my chat.
It's an honor to have you. It's an honor to have you. You have no idea. It's an honor to have you. When I first found out, I was like, I wonder if Black Heart Wings is available. It can help me. So it's been great. Thank you so much.
We have a great respect for each other. It's great.
Love it.
I love you so much. Love. And congratulations on such a great event and for such a great run. All of these runs have been fantastic. So,
it's been a great weekend.
Thank you, GDQ, so much for having us.
Happy Black History Month.
Indeed. And then really fast, I don't think we got a chance to get Blackheart. What's your handle?
I speedrun Stardew. Looking at some other games, but I mostly play a lot of cozy, comfy games. So Stardew, and stuff like The Tenants and Recipe for Disaster. Just got that. I played the demo before and it was great. And just like to have a good time. House Flipper. Those are all the games that are on my rotation usually. Sometimes puzzles. It's been great. It's been a great event, great time. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Twisted, for keeping us company.
Yes, thank you.
Of course. This was perfect for me because I have my nightcap herbal tea.
Yes.
And I was like, oh man. We got Blackheart's on the commentary, handling it. I'm just sitting here chilling. I'm just gonna ask random questions when they pop in my head because I'm good at that. It's just so is he gonna be crappy when he realizes this ain't nothing but brambles and weeds? You got tumbleweeds.
We can't forget. There we go.
Weed farm.
Sometimes, depending on the decay, Shane or any marriage candidate will just straight up not kiss you, because sometimes you can kiss your marriage candidate, but because of the way that the decay works, you won't be at 10 hearts anymore, and they will refuse to kiss you.
Yeah.
The pain.
I sure hate that.
Imagine the pain.
That's suffering. That's actual suffering. Oh no. Okay, you answered the question.
Yeah,
we can't forget about the farm.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Time to get to work.
You sound like you get right on that because I am going back to bed.
Right. He said, "Look, it's great that we're married, but this place you got here is a mess. So we gotta deal with this."
It just popped in my head while you were doing the run because I was like, I wonder if they're gonna get angry and be like, I think this marriage was a mistake. It's this is how you live. Like this? You're not embarrassed?
Right. Like, I mean, imagine he hasn't even stepped foot over here. We live so close. You should have came and stopped by and like, but you didn't. So you would have known that this was a mess.
Oh my gosh. Well, nonetheless, thank you so much, Sprinkle, for the fantastic closing run, for a fantastic Super Black weekend. Thank you, Blackheart, for the commentary on the Stardew Valley run. And last but not least, thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us this entire weekend for the first ever Unapologetically Black and Fast. Like I said, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody you know. I watched a weekend of all black content and it was dope.
Yes.
And I want to watch it again in June. I want to watch it again multiple months of the year. I want this to be an annual thing. So make sure you tell people about it, you retweet about it. If you want to see more of that content, make sure you sub to the channel. Bits also help with the channel as well. Final thank yous for everybody and everything involved. Thank you so much, GDQ, for having me come in and host this wonderful event and being more or less the face of Unapologetically Black and Fast. Although this is like the time that the face does not have on makeup. Y'all get to see me in like my normal cadence. It's a surprise. I'm actually a bum. But nonetheless, thank you to OC Remix for the fantastic mix of music that we had all weekend long, featuring nothing but black artists and black musicians. Some other reminders as well. If you missed some speedruns or you want to show some speedruns to your friends with easy access, you can always go to youtube.com/gamesdonequick and we'll have everything archived and up there separated by run for you to easily peruse. We have another marathon coming up at the end of the month from February 27th to March 5th for Frame Fatales. It's going to be our semi-annual, oh no, it's not semi-annual, it's annual, but it's our one of two events for Frost Fatales. If you want that schedule, it's going to be !FF in chat, or you can go to gamesdonequick.com/Frame Fatales for more information. And if you want to see some of your ideas come to life on our Hotfix shows, you can go to gamesdonequick.com/Hotfix and propose those ideas. Who knows? Maybe your stuff will get picked up. Maybe we'll have a brand new show and it'll be your brainchild. I cannot thank GDQ enough for bringing me on for this. And who knows, maybe you'll see more of me in the future. You'll definitely see me at Frost Fatales, and you might even see me doing some speed runs here and there. Sky's the limit at this point. But again, thank you everyone for giving us your time, your energy. Thank you for celebrating Black Joy this weekend, and I hope you all have a fantastic start of your week and rest of your night.